Amazing lies. Let's join this show.
In fact, for years they've known that the great frigate birds can stay on the wing for several weeks. We always thought that was impressive, until recently, when scientists in Sweden did an experiment with the common swift. They have these very lightweight microtransmitters. They put them on 13 swift birds and let them go. They discovered that 3 of those swifts did not land even one time in 10 months. 10 months of non-stop flying. So someone...
How long? 10 months. Amazing lies. Now, let's go to the Johnny Carson show, where Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon have nothing better to do than to give some amazing lies, to reiterate them, to recreate them.
Oh, it's all here.
There's something underneath. There's a magazine.
I know it. We'll get to that later.
All right.
As with our later guest. Dearly beloved, you take this... You know, I saw a television show last night that fascinated me. It was on PBS, KECT out here, which is the public television. I don't know if any of you saw it, on animals, called the Olympian of Animals or Animal Olympics. Anybody see it?
I didn't see it.
That's what public television is having problems, yes.
KCET.
Anyway, they were talking about man's brain being so highly developed, but animals that were really the specialists of the world. You know, they're animals that can run faster, they can stay underwater longer, they can certainly stay in the
Jump
air.
higher.
They can lift 100 times their own weight, they can do all these things. And then they were talking about a bird. Did you know this? There's a bird called, I think, called the swit. Any bird lovers here? Is that a bird? Is there a bird called the swit?
Okay, let's just watch the hand signals of Johnny Carson. Right now, that would be considered the 666. And Johnny Carson is really famous for touching his nose. So see if you can pick up on Johnny Carson touching his nose and Ed McMahon touching his nose. Remember, that's the Pinocchio symbol. You know, Pinocchio. He told a lie and his nose would grow.
Did you know that the bird... And now this is fascinating to me. I'm just bringing it up to pass this along.
Notice too, you can get some devil horns in there with those hand signals.
Educational feature. When the bird is born, for the first 3 years of its life, it never stops flying. Never.
Never. Thank you.
It never lights.
I was about to say that.
It never lights for 3 years.
Wow.
It eats in the air, I guess, insects. It mates during flight.
Boy.
Well,
Listen.
that's why they call it the swit. I don't know. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's the silliest
That's
thing.
the past of SWAT.
I know that's the SWAT, yes. The swit SWAT, thank you. Mates in the air,
Right.
and even sleeps, apparently glides.
Yeah.
But for 3 years, the...
Whoa, there it was. Back. Back, back, back. Okay. Now forward. And time to freeze it. Ha! Pinocchio! Oh, I thought the bird could stay in the air 10 months. Now it's 3 years, 36 months. Oh, it gets better. Come on, Ed. Join in the conversation, Ed.
The bird never...
Yeah. Well, doesn't a shark continually swim? It never stops swimming. The shark never stops swimming. All its life.
What's that got to do with my
Well, I mean,
swim?
this you say for the first 3 years. This is all its life. It never stops swimming.
But this bird is in the air.
This shark is in the water. It'd be silly to see a shark flying around.
Wait a minute, I fail to see the logic of this.
A shark never stops swimming.
A shark.
Whoa! I caught him! There's your Pinocchio! Okay, so Johnny's going to talk about swift birds in the air for 3 years, never landing, mating, eating, anything and everything for 3 years in the air, right? So Ed McMahon decides to talk about sharks. So guess what I think? Sharks are fake. Now this one is a little hard for folks to accept, and I must admit it's not quite as easy to substantiate, but it appears to me on the basis of Johnny telling a lie, Ed tells a lie, and he tells a lie that's so weird that the basic lie is that sharks themselves are just fake. Why do you think there was a movie out called Jaws? Scared the bejeevers out of everybody. And why is it you think you go to the beach, you want to have a nice day, swim at the beach, and they go, oh, there's a shark warning, the beach is closed. Because they're going to come in and eat your legs. Swift birds in the air, 3 years, never setting foot on ground. Sharks. Oh, they're having a blast. Let's listen in a little more.
Buoyed by the water its own weight, it can rest and move. But in the air, I mean, it's one thing to do this for 3 years. It's another to do this.
I see what you mean.
You see the difference?
I see the difference.
Now, after 3, they figure that swift.
By the way, I could show you some articles about this swift bird. There's an article that says, oh, they're up in the air, they can stay up there 4 months. Oh, research shows 6 months. Oh, research shows 10 months. The lie gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So Johnny Carson is going to really make sure the lie stays huge. He's going to reaffirm what a PBS special said. They're up in the air for 3 years, never setting foot on ground.
Travels 1 million miles in that 3 years, and then lands. Now, I don't know what it does. Just gotta say it. Oh, boy.
I'm glad that's over. Now give me a little shut-eye here.
Little nappy poo.
Under this tree.
I don't know why I brought that up. I was stunned by that revelation. I did not.
Notice he said revelation. Revelation. A revelation is when a power shows you something. And what powers do you think shows people nonsense like a bird in the air for 3 years, never landing? What power do you think that is? He says it's a revelation. It's a revelation, all right, from a father of lies.
The sweat. For 3 years, the bird does nothing but fly. That's got to be boring. Now, you're right about... Now, they're not sure about sharks. They're not sure. They say that they have to keep moving, but not constantly swimming, because sharks do rest at night. So that doesn't mean that they're...
Why at night? What difference would it make to a shark?
What do you mean?
What's the difference between day or night to a shark?
The sun go down. And we all
doesn't go
begin
into
to
the
shout.
water.
Hey, hey, no.
This whole thing is probably going on a lot more than what the script allotted for, but they're just having so much fun telling their lies to everybody that they can't stop. Okay? And that's why they laugh so hard, is because they know it's all BS. Birds called swifts that never land for 3 years. Sharks that'll eat people's legs if they're swimming in the water.
Yes, the sun does go into the water. There are fish that only feed at night. That are and they're called night feeders.
What a good name for them.
Yes.
Yes.
So a shark, it can be dark. Well, then the shark says, hey, it's dark. I think I'll catch an hour. I'm going to check that out. What?
I don't get time to do any more.
What do you mean I don't have time to do any
Well, you
more?
can do whatever you want, but time-wise, it would be a good time to quit and go to our guests.
Oh. Now, the bird lovers.
See, he's having so much fun, he's going to call upon the audience to confirm this nonsense. All right? Now, maybe it's just an ordinary group of people in the audience that want to have fun. Maybe they have plants in the audience. I don't know. By the way, I was out in Burbank one time and I did attend a Jay Leno show when I was out there vacationing. And in the audience, I think it's just ordinary folks, but they may have some of their people in the audience to aid in the fun.
Ornithologists, right? Now, am I right in that? Am I making that up? Or are you familiar with the swit?
Correct.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Three.
Are there any shark enthusiasts here?
Okay, all right. Fair is fair is fair. Now, is there anybody, an ichthyologist here? Well, would you sit with the ornithologist? Because is that true about a shark?
Ah.
They swim constantly?
Sure. These people in the audience know all about birds and sharks. Oh, I'm having fun making this. And by the way, if you got to this point in my video, I'd like to thank you. Because I know, once again, I looked at the charts and everybody, it appears like the average view time on all my videos is like anywhere from 1 minute to 3 minutes. So, I don't know how many people get to the end of them, but anyhow, I have fun making them, and I really don't care if people get to the end of them or not. But let's just conclude this whole bit of nonsense here.
No, I don't think they... What?
They never stop moving.
They never stop moving? Oh, now, come on now.
That's what I think.
They'll die.
What?
They'll die.
The- Because the water doesn't go through...
It has to go through the gills.
The water has to keep going through the gills? Can't they stop once in a while? Now, some people say yes, they can stop.
Once in a while, after dinner or something, they may have a cigarette. But I mean,
After sex, they smoke a herring. Okay, we'll do this and we'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be right back too with another video. So go ahead, leave your comments about the swift bird and sharks and lies and liars. Thank you for watching. End of video.